And we're back! Here we are, Fly Navarro from Fly Zone Fishing, Captain Ray Rosher from the Miss Britain R&R Tackles. We bought a kite. We're getting ready to go out kite fishing. What do we do?
Well, the first thing, wash the kite. I know that sounds kind of crazy, but
Why do we wash
when
it?
they make kites, they get screen printed with ink. Sometimes that ink can be a little inconsistent. And the bottom line is if that ink's inconsistent on the fabric, you're never gonna get stable flight. So just a simple, lay it on the deck, a little bit of soap and water, wash it. These things dry in a couple minutes, no big deal.
All right, so once they're dry, what's the first thing you do?
Worry about bridle adjustment and lead if you're gonna fly 2 kites. 1 kite, obviously you wouldn't need lead, but if you're gonna fly 2 kites, you're gonna hold that for me.
Yes, sir.
And that, okay,
Yes, sir.
balloon guy. So when the kites are purchased, whether they're Lewis kites, AFCOs, whatever, they're gonna have an adjustment. And bottom line is you'll have a long and a short mark. If this kite were newer, you could still see it. We keep ours kind of tuned the way we like them. Nobody really plays with it. But the thing to learn about this little slide, the longer you make this center bridle, see I just lengthened it, see how flat the kite wants to fly? That actually works like an airplane wing. It actually works opposite of what I thought it would. I thought a kite vertical would catch more wind. This creates more lift. That's how an airplane flies. So the only downside to shortening this too much, instability, and we're gonna show you that at some point when we're putting the kites out. But you need to go out really on a day in the bay, fly your kites in the wind that's appropriate, like say a 10-knot day, you'd bust out your ultralights and you'd mark short mark. If you go too short, it gets unstable. If you go too long, it gets unstable. Find that happy place. 2 marks. I always start out on the longest mark. I want this center bridle as long as possible before it starts wobbling, and that creates more lift. With the split shots, we angle the kites to create a bigger spread. So think about it. More energy to lift, more energy to spread.
Perfect. Now, you've set up your bridle and getting ready to put it out. What do?
We take pretty simple stuff, phone wire, twist a little loop in it.
And you use phone wire?
Yeah, we actually sell it.
Okay.
And
but you could use it
tie
copper
that to
wire
that.
or anything?
Yeah. I'm going to trade you.
All right.
So this is the end result. Just a couple granny knots, tie off the balloon, then tie it to the wire. And this kite has that little tab right there.
And now why do you put this on the kite?
Well, when the kite hits the water, which it's inevitably going to do,
When the kite falls out of the sky
and
hits
the
the
water, which it inevitably will happen,
Exactly.
there's no panic. Because think about where is it located?
It's on the surface.
Downwind of you. Easy to get to, no panic. These are the things that are important. Eliminate stress, eliminate panic. So when you go to do this, you can quickly solve these kind of problems and not be all stressed out about it.
So when your kite splashes,
Let
it's
the boat
downwind.
drift. First thing we do, wind all the fishing lines in, pop all the clips, get all that mess out of the way so it doesn't end up in your propeller. Now you're just dealing with a floating kite. Now here's another little scenario that this balloon has benefited us. In a tournament, hook a big pack, fish jumping everywhere. Kite hits the water, guess what we do? Go to our long mark where the short clip is, cut the line, let it go. It's now a lobster buoy.
Okay.
Let all your gear go catch your fish. I've done it several times. Come back, that's one of the benefits of a red kite, bright kite. And basically, take your time, catch your fish, go back, get your kite, lay the deck out, lay the line on the deck or on a yo-yo, get your electric reel, wind it right back on, you're back in business.
Perfect.
Simple.
Guys, thanks for joining us here in the Fly Zone.